Welcome to this video presentation by the postgraduate student whose poster it represents. We will miss the bustling crowds around the posters at the All Energy Conference this year, but we hope you enjoyed this online version that we have created. Before the presentation starts, I would like to acknowledge the support of our generous sponsors. Without this support, the competition could not proceed and the winning entrants would not receive a financial award. Our platinum sponsor is the Victorian Government through the Department of Environment, Land, Water and Planning. Its brands include Victorian Energy Compare, Victorian Energy Saver, Victorian Energy Upgrade Program, Energy Scorecard and Energy for Business. Their contact details are on the slide. Monash University's Monash Energy Institute is one of our silver sponsors. With over 170 staff involved, the Institute has a vision to bring people together to solve global energy problems. The Monash student posters in this competition represent some of that work. Baywa Renewable Energy is another silver sponsor. Baywa develops both wind and solar projects in Australia as part of a global energy portfolio. Baywa staff have also supported our AIE events in the past, including our Young Energy Professionals Speed Networking events. Our final silver sponsor is the University of Melbourne's Melbourne Energy Institute. Many of you will have attended their regular forums that keep the energy community and public up to date on technical and policy energy matters, and the University of Melbourne posters in this competition reflect some of that work. Seed Advisory is our bronze sponsor, and this small but well-recognised energy consultancy covers both the technical and regulatory fields. Seed Advisory has been a regular supporter of the AIE and a presenter at our events. Lastly, we thank All Energy for hosting our live poster events over the last decade, and we look forward to doing this again post-COVID. These last slides show you our poster winners in the last competition. And I now hand you over to the poster presentation. Thank you.
In this work, we investigate technical challenges in integration of large-scale batteries into big grids. Renewable-rich power systems are prone to frequency instability in low inertia conditions and voltage instability in weak areas with low system strength. So system operators need to figure out how to simultaneously support frequency and voltages in the system. Battery is a potential solution to support system stability of different kinds thanks to its unique response capabilities. However, we need to investigate and understand the technical challenges and issues that battery may face in provision of multiple dynamic responses associated with low system strength of the external system, contingency size, battery operating point, and its limited converter capacity. To do so, we have proposed a dynamic model of large-scale battery as is shown here. First thing is that battery synchronizes with the external system via phase lock loop. Phase lock loop, PLL, is responsible to estimate the angle, and its performance is very important for the stable operation of converter-level control loops. The other thing is that the DC-link stability, DC-link voltage stability, is also important for the active power control and frequency response, FFR, fast frequency response from battery. So we need to understand how batteries should be operated in weak areas in order to enhance the stability of converter level control loops while also providing simultaneous dynamic responses. To do so, we have investigated the impacts of exogenous system phenomena on batteries' stability. The first thing is that with regard to PLL stability, based on a mathematical formulation that is shown here, we found that there are some mitigation solutions. One of them is to increase the short circuit ratio at the point of interface of battery via connection of synchronous condensers. However, it comes with a considerable cost. The second option is that to increase the reactive power exchange between battery and external system, which basically doesn't come with considerable cost. The other point is that the DC link stability following large disturbances can can be achieved via reactive power support and increasing in reactive power exchange of battery with external system. In fact, reactive power support from battery mitigates the fault check and also helps with stability of DC-link battery. It also mitigates the angle variation, which in turn will help with PLL performance. All of these ideas and mathematical discussions give us this idea that we should give the priority to reactive power support from batteries in weak grids. So we propose this reactive power prioritization strategy for batteries in weak grids. Based on this strategy, if voltage is within normal operating band, battery gives the priority to active power support, and if there is available converter capacity, battery also provides voltage response. However, if voltage is outside the normal operating band and in emergency, battery gives the priority to reactive power support, and if there is available capacity of converter, battery provides also active power and frequency support. So there is possible interactions, and there is a chance for possible interaction between battery frequency support with its voltage support. All of these interactions and challenges are investigated in the context of Eyre Peninsula weak grid in South Australia. For the first case, we investigated the large generation outage as a contingency, and in the second case, we investigated the short circuit at the Budina substation as a contingency. So in the first case, we observed that following the largest generation outage in Queensland, the frequency drops and also voltage drops and oscillates. However, voltage is within normal operating band. As I said, battery gives the priority to active power support. And we investigated this contingency in two cases, battery with 200 megawatts headroom for dynamic responses, and also battery with 50 megawatt headroom for FFR. And we observed that in the second case, because of the limited converter capacity and pre-continuous operating point of battery, FFR interacts with voltage control from battery, sets the reactive power output of battery to 0. So it is very important to consider this sort of possible interaction between different responses of the battery because of operating point and converter capacity. In the second case, we investigated the impacts of exogenous system phenomena on battery simultaneous responses. And we observed that giving the priority to reactive power support helps with the stability of DC-linked voltage and also PLL. And it also provides significant reactive power support to the system. However, it limits the FFR provision from battery. And it also results in better voltage stability at the terminal. So all of these ideas are investigated in this work in terms of possible interaction between multiple dynamic responses from battery. This interaction should be considered by system operators when proposing frequency response requirements. We also highlighted the role of reactive power in the stability of inverter-based technologies, and we also suggest that there is a need for further reviewing the converter-level control stabilities. These findings will be key for integration of large-scale batteries in Australia.